welcome to the Class Video Spotlight Series. I'm your host, Doug Tolley. Today we're joined by one of our subject matter experts around telehealth, Adam Charrington. Adam, thanks for being here.
Thanks.
Adam, telehealth, because of the pandemic, has just exploded in interest. We're getting lots of inquiries. I'm sure you've been really busy having conversations. What are you learning about telehealth these days?
Yeah, you're totally right. Tons of stuff going on. We are getting calls all the time from providers and vendors just asking, what is the new normal? What does this mean? And organizations are telling us things like, before the pandemic, it might have been 10% of patients using telehealth, and now it's up to 80, 90%.
Wow.
And we think that pendulum will swing back towards the middle a little bit, but that's still going to be 5, 6, 7x of where it was. So it's here to stay.
What's interesting in a lot of vendors that I've talked to and health systems, they were looking for a way to test the viability. Well, they got that in spades. And then more than that, the consumers, would they adopt it? Did they like it? Now they've been forced to. What do you think the consumer experience has been? Have you heard much from the patient side or heard from providers on what they're saying about how people are using it and how they like using it?
The traditional barriers have been removed almost instantly, right? Concerns over, will this work? And can I connect to my patient? And can I have the same type of experience? And even though it's a different experience, providers are on board, patients are on board. And even long-term, post-pandemic,
right,
there's still those discussions happening of, hey, this is the way we're going to do healthcare now. I don't think everything will go virtual, but so much has gone that way that it's part of every discussion.
You know, I was talking to a doctor 2 days ago who had an appointment with his cardiologist, right? So it's a
Nice.
provider seeing a provider. He said for the first time in his life, he felt like they had eye contact. And that hasn't happened in not the first time in his life, but first time in the last few years.
Wow.
And it's because the doctor was looking at the camera while typing, but also looking at the patient. He felt more connected. He said, that's changed the way I've thought about telehealth as he became a consumer of telehealth. Well, today we're here to talk a little bit about Caregility, one of the vendors we've recently spotlighted in our reports. Caregility is a very interesting company. Adam, what do you know about Caregility and what were some of the key findings?
You know, boy, talk about being in the right place at the right time. Just being prepared and ready to help the market when it needed it most. In the report, we learned that they really did well with partnering with their customers. Customers talk about that and appreciate that, and we love to see that in class, don't we? We really hope that continues across the board. Customers talk about outcomes, getting to that success measure, which we believe is why investments need to happen anyway. They also talk about getting to scale quickly, and they're able to achieve what they expected. So lots of good stuff.
You know, and that's so interesting. For an emerging vendor to be able to be marked really high on scalability, that's fantastic. You know, Caregility's history was that they were in video conferencing, then they made a healthcare specific company, and they spun that out and called it Caregility. Like you said, right place, right time, great technology, and seems to be very scalable. There was one kind of negative in there that talked a little bit about it being expensive. It was interesting when we sat down with their executive team. Their intent is to be a premium product. They don't want to be the low cost leader. And so while it is expensive, you get a great partnership, you get scalable technology. Looks like an interesting company, and customers are giving them pretty high scores right now.
Right.
Yeah. Well, Caregility's Spotlight is available on the Class website right now. We encourage you to go to classresearch.com and search for the spotlights and look at Caregility if you're interested. If you know of a company who Class ought to be looking at or spotlighting, we'd love to hear from you. Please tell us any of your innovative, disruptive, or emerging tech companies that we should be taking a look at. Adam, I'm sure we'll be talking again at some time in the near future.
Thanks.
Thanks for being here.